Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. And I have Greg here again today.
Hello, this is Greg.
We were having dinner. I made like kind of a beef and broccoli over fried rice.
It was very good.
And at dinner, Greg says, I think I have something I could talk about if you want. And I said, okay, well, let's go. So here we are. And I don't know what's up and coming. I don't know what's going on. But I thought I'd get my cards out and I'll play some solitaire while he's telling us something.
Well, I thought we would talk about time travel.
Time travel.
And
Have you built a time
a
machine?
little bit about Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
Did you know this is the 40th anniversary year of the movie Back to the Future?
Greg. I'm sorry. I don't want to break this to you. I really don't. But for years, people have put every date and every year, and they always say, this is the day of the Back to the Future. And it's like people just Photoshop it.
Well, Back to the Future came out in 1985,
Yeah.
and this is 2025, so that's 40 years.
Oh, you're saying from the release day of the movie, not the day the time machine goes to.
Well, that too.
Okay.
Well, in the movie, Marty McFly travels back to the year 1955. And that's 70 years ago from today.
Do you think that there are any young people watching this who've never seen the movie Back to the Future?
Yeah, there's probably some people out there.
I don't know. I bet a lot of young people
who haven't seen it. I've seen the movie several times. It's one of my favorites.
Who made is that? I wonder if it's streaming. Is it on? It's not Disney or anything. I don't know who made that.
I don't remember. It's a Robert Zemeckis film.
Zemeckis.
Yeah.
All right, give us a little. You remember the plot, basic plot? Just
Well,
or
I mean,
no.
Most people have seen the movie. It's a time travel movie. Marty McFly goes back and he messes up his parents' meeting for the first time. He's got to go back and fix things.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. And of course, they made sequels. There's Back to the Future Part 2 and Part 3.
And I'll tell you what, they're pretty good too.
They're all good.
Can I just tell a quick story?
Yeah.
I lived by myself this one year in college for summer because I'd failed a class and I had to retake it or something. And coincidentally, Greg also was living like 3 blocks away by himself, and we were both bored as can be, and we hadn't met yet. It was the semester before we met, right? But anyway, and I had this terrible basement apartment that was a studio. It just sucked. And we had no phones or anything yet. And so there was just nothing to do. And I had a VHS player, and the only movie I had was Back to the Future Part 3, where they go to the Out West, the Wild West.
Right.
And I watched it so many times. Oh, no, and I also had Raiders Lost Ark Part 3, I think, too.
You always had Part 3.
I don't know. Okay.
The first one.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know where I was going.
Well, you had a tale to tell. That's what got us here.
I don't remember. So in the movie, Marty McFly, the current time in the movie, it's October 26th of 1985.
Okay.
And that's the date that he travels back in time. And he goes back to November 5th of 1955, which was a Saturday. This year, November 5th of 2025 is a Wednesday.
Okay.
So he goes back. But speaking of time travel, I mean, time travel is always a fascinating subject. And a lot of movies have been made about time travel. Back to the Future is probably one of the better, probably the best entertaining time travel movie.
You haven't watched Outlander, but okay.
No, I
have.
I have not.
Yeah.
I have not. So let me ask you this question.
Yep.
If you could time travel, would you go into the future or would you go into the past?
Okay. This is a weird question. Because I think there was a time when I would have said in the future to see, what the future is like. I guess I'd still say in the future, but I would be more worried now than I would have been about what the future is going to look like. How far are we talking? How many years?
I don't know.
200. Past or future? Greg, to you.
Well, what I do?
Mm-hmm. You have to go 200 years, though.
Well, it's always a good question. It's always interesting to think, like going back in time. You always think, it'd be kind of fun to go back in time to a certain time period, But we already know, basically what happens in certain time periods.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a gist of it already. So it's like, well, it's tempting to go back in time, but...
And people smell bad, I think.
Well... But going forward in time, that would be the thing, because nobody knows the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how far in the future would you go?
Well, I made the rule 200, but that's a long way. I'm afraid of what might be happening. I don't know.
Well, you definitely wouldn't want to go like, 30 or 50 years. You'd want to go at least 200 or 500 years. It'd be something crazy.
Well, think about how different it could be in just 50 years. Because you think about 50 years ago compared to now. I don't know. Just speaking about weird time travel things. We were at a Halloween event last night, and they were playing the song Monster Mash. You and I were. I'm talking about us.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You remember last night?
That was just last night,
yeah.
Right.
And they were playing Monster Mash. And that song came out in the 50s, right? And I thought,
Yep.
I'm sure it was like a one-hit wonder, I think.
A novelty song.
When those guys came out with that, never in a million years would they think if they traveled to the year 2025, would it still be playing at a bar? They'd be like,
Monster Mash.
They'd be like, what? Why is this on? Anyway.
And like you said last night, it's one of those songs that you can only listen to like on Halloween.
No,
it's like,
actually, last night was too early. I was like, okay.
You can hear the song once or twice, like maybe on like Halloween or Devil's Night.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Well, going back to Back to the Future real quick, Marty McFly travels back 30 years. He goes from 1985 back to 1955, which is 30 years.
Yeah.
Today, if we went back in time 30 years, we're talking 1995.
That's wild.
1995.
That is that's weird to think.
I don't need to go back to 1995. I remember 1995.
Well, you do. But,
as though it was yesterday.
Yeah, but except...
It was 30 years ago.
But young people today who've grown up their whole life with a cell phone, if they went back, they'd be like, wait, how do you communicate with each other? Like, it was kind of different. Although cell phones were around, not really, but not like now. But like my mom had a big plug-in car phone and about then, I think.
Yeah.
I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Looking at this deck of cards here, I just read something a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I'd never read this before. There's some mathematical thing. If you take a deck of cards and you shuffle them thoroughly, and they are completely thoroughly shuffled, the order in which those cards are in has never been repeated before and will never be repeated again.
That is fake.
That's
no, fake.
It's not. I just read it.
You can read all kinds.
It's some mathematical thing.
Okay, if there are any mathematicians out there, that sounds crazy.
I wish I wrote it down.
What website was it? It's page 6.
If it's thoroughly shuffled,
okay,
completely shuffled,
okay,
it's the cards are in an order that have never been in that order before.
I mean, how? That's like when they say there's no,
and
like,
they'll never be in that order again.
How would anyone know? I just can't.
Boy, I wish I had wrote down what that mathematical theory is, but
I'm not saying
I didn't.
I am saying no. Actually, I guess I am saying no. Okay, wait a minute. I just thought of something. So, a while back, you'll have to remind me the details, but we were watching Hank's vintage guitar documentary, right? Yeah.
No.
What was the documentary about the guitar shop?
The Norman's Rare Guitars out in California.
And then you told me about a story where Hank's vintage guitars.
No, Norman's Rare Guitars.
I thought it was Hank's.
No, it's
Where's
not.
Hank's? Who's that?
That's Norman's.
Where am I getting that from?
I don't know. But
Okay.
Norman's Rare Guitars in California.
Okay.
They supplied guitars for films such as Back to the Future, and then the rockumentary
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap. They provided the guitars for all of those.
Oh, God, Spinal Tap's good. All right, so tell that story, though, because that's a good story.
Well, the production company for Back to the Future needed a guitar for Marty McFly to play in 1955, so they went to Norman's Rare Guitars and they said, we need a guitar from the 50s. And they picked out this red Gibson guitar. And Norman said, well, this guitar actually isn't from 1955. This one didn't come out until 1959. And they were like, close enough. We don't care. It's close enough. We'll take that.
Not like
So
that.
technically, the guitar in the movie, it's a double cutaway Gibson guitar, and it came out in 1959. So it wasn't even around in 1955. It hadn't come out for 4 more years.
So when you saw the movie originally, were you like, that's not right?
Well, I didn't know at the time, no. So the production companies,
What a nerd.
no thanks. I do like nerds, though.
Oh, good.
So the production company wanted to rent the guitar. And Norman's like, why don't you just buy the guitar? No, we'll rent it. So they ended up renting it for like a long time, and they paid way more in renting the guitar than they would have if they just would have bought it.
Mm-hmm.
So they rented the
Typical
guitar. He gets the guitar back. And to him at the time, it was like, okay, I'm a used vintage guitar seller. I'm not going to hang on to this guitar. It was used in a movie. So we sold it. And it's gone. You can say it's gone missing, but really it's not missing. Somebody bought it and somebody has it. So there's been stuff online lately about them looking for that particular guitar.
That's right.
And they know it's something, that guitar has something weird about it. The fretboard inlays have they're like a design as a block, they're like cut. There's two on each inlay, but the 12th fret inlay is a solid block, which is very unusual. So that's how they basically know that would be the guitar. But
they put out like a call to find it, and nobody's come forward, huh?
No, they don't know where it is. But Gibson just came out with this tribute, a Back to the Future tribute guitar, and they just came out, and it looks identical. And they made 88 of them. Do you know where 88 comes from?
The year 88 was where they originally made it.
No.
The year they originally made it.
Back to the Future? The DeLorean time machine had to go 88 miles an hour.
88 to get to the 1.21 gigawatts.
You're right, to travel to 88. Gotcha. So they made 88.
I was only half. Gotcha.
Did you ever see the movie, the time machine, the 1961?
Never saw it.
Came out in 1960, Time Machine. It was a H.G. Wells short story originally, or a short novel that he wrote back in like 1895. But this movie was a 1960 movie. I remember watching it as a kid, and it was a really good movie. I thought it was really... It won an Academy Award for like best special effects, because they used this time-lapse photography to time travel. You know, this inventor had a time machine. He's in Victorian England, and he's got a time machine in his garage or his shed.
I think I may have seen this movie, actually.
Time machine in his garage, and he goes in there, and when he travels into the future, they use this time-lapse photography, and the building falls apart, and the vines grow up, and everything changes. But in that movie, he goes into the future, like, first he goes to, like... the year like 1917, World War One, and then he goes to like 1940 and the Blitz in London. Then he goes to like 1966, and there's like air raid sirens are going off, and there's a threat of nuclear something. People are going to like fallout shelters. But he eventually ends up going way into the future. And this is kind of unreal, but he goes to the year like 800,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 800,000. That's pretty far in the future. And basically, by what's happened at that time is humans have evolved into two different species.
Oh, okay.
And there's the passive, quiet species, and these other ones are like these caves. They live underground. They come out at night. Mm-hmm. And what they end up doing is they're like eating the other people. They're feeding on them or something. Yeah. It's a good movie, though, but...
Yeah, I kind of think I may have seen that one. Do you want to know what happens in Outlander?
Yeah. I didn't see it. I didn't watch it.
Okay. I didn't know we were talking about this, or I may have studied up on it because it's been a long time. But the girl, she's a woman. She's a nurse, I think, in World War II, maybe. And they go to Scotland on a little honeymoon with her newly betrothed husband. And then she goes to these stones, and she puts her hands on the stones, and she ends up going back in time 200 years in Scotland, where she meets a young hot guy.
That's where you get the 200 years from.
Yeah. And it always has to be 200 years in that show that they go back and forth, I think. And then it gets real steamy after that. And I watched like the first few seasons. But I think the third season, their daughter ends up with this guy who just kind of bugged me. I didn't like him, and I kind of quit watching. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah. You wouldn't like it. Not for you.
Did you know that time travel is kind of theoretically possible?
Okay. That's what they say.
It has to do with traveling near the speed of light.
Yeah, I've never grasped
Well,
that.
it's impossible to travel faster than the speed of light. Now, I can't remember what the speed of light is, like 80,000 miles a second or 60,000 miles a second or something like that. The speed of light. The theory is, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, is if a person were to travel close to the speed of light, time slows down for them.
See, that's so... I know. That's so weird, though.
It slows down for them relative to an observer.
Right.
So if you were, say, to travel near the speed of light for a year, time slows down. People on Earth, maybe 1 year to you is 10 years to them. So you've sort of kind of traveled into the future.
So you age.
You've aged a little slower.
Right, you've aged slower. So if you put a baby, because that was the picture that I showed, is still a baby, and the people have gotten older. You know how they show that picture?
Yeah.
The baby goes in the thing, and he grows around. I don't know how it works.
Right. The people who didn't travel would age faster.
Right.
So it's like the babies traveled into the future, right?
But they've still spent the same amount of time. I don't know, whatever. See, these are things that my brother used to tell me when I was a kid, and I'd be like, it's too much. My brain can't handle it.
Do you remember other time travel movies? Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah. I don't know if we saw that.
I feel like we saw it, and I feel like it was a good movie. And it was goofy, silly good.
God, I don't remember.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, they were at like a ski resort in a hot tub or something.
Yep.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ski resort.
No,
Gr-
wait.
Groundhog Day is
Oh,
that's kind of a
I don't know, because that's like, there's a movie called Palm Spring that you didn't watch that has Adam Sandler and that girl who's really funny. But it's like Groundhog Day, I think. It's like the same day over and over.
I mean, it's not really time travel, but you sort of relive the same time period over and over.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day, the first time I saw that movie, I was cracking up.
First step's a doozy.
Yes. But then after you've seen the first time, it's like, well, this is pretty good, but you don't laugh the second, third
I don't know.
time
I think
like
I
you
liked
do.
it. I think I liked it. Time travel. Let me think here. I know I've seen a ton of time travel. I just can't think of anything.
Well, there's a lot of movies that have sort of time things in it. That Minority Report.
You know I like that movie, but I don't remember
Tom
it.
Cruise. They can see into the future, or they know crimes before they're committed.
Oh, that's right. No, they have something in their brain, so they know, right?
Something about they know before crimes are committed, and they arrest the people, and then the main character, he's sort of framed for a future crime. And it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I do remember it was a good movie, but it dealt with time.
Yeah, I don't remember it that well.
Yeah.
I'm cheating. I can't remember if you put 7 rows or 8 rows, and every time somebody in the comments reminds me, and I know, but I keep forgetting, and no matter what I do, it's wrong. I think you put 8. The last time it seemed wrong.
It's been a long time since I played solitaire. I actually don't remember exactly.
I used to be so good at it. What else you got? What other time travel movie? I know there's more.
Men in Black, I think, had something to do with time travel.
No, that one, they had the glasses, and they'd make you forget with the light, and you put the glasses on so you don't see the light. I don't remember time travel, but it could be.
Still, best time travel movies got to be Back to the Future. Part 2 and Part 3, they're good. They're okay, but
Part 3 is out west. What's Part
2? Boy, I've seen the movie many times.
They go to the future.
It's an altered future.
Because
where Biff Tannen's altered future, he's basically, taken over. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Marty McFly has to go and fix that. So,
yeah.
Yeah, but...
what about the show that used to be on when we were kids? On Saturday mornings, and the family lived in a cave, and there were dinosaurs, and they were like Skeksis or something like that.
Land of the Lost?
Land of the Lost. Were they time travelers, or was it a different?
I don't remember. They were definitely people that had traveled back to dinosaur time.
Yeah, they were living with dinosaurs, but there were also these other creature. I think it might be the same as the end of I think they were so far in the future that because there was this other race, Skeksis, or remember that?
I don't remember that. It's been a while.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Land of the Lost.
November 5th, 1955. It's coming up.
And do you think something will happen? Is it
It's the day that Marty McFly goes back in time.
I mean, do you think that production will put something out?
October 26th was the day that he went back, but I don't know.
I don't know how good Michael J. Fox. I think he's having a hard time right now. He's got Parkinson's.
Yeah.
But he's been doing pretty good.
I hear that's Cooper. Yeah, he's
he couldn't stand that we're both in here, and he didn't.
He's climbing through stuff. So, well, that's all I have to say about time travel.
You're done talking about it.
I mean, it's an interesting subject.
Well, oops, I forgot to.
I asked a friend one time. I said, if you could travel in time, would you go in the past or future, and he's like, well, would I get any diseases?
What? Oh,
You know, like if I traveled in
how
time.
Native Americans got.
Would I? Yeah. Would I?
Yeah,
You know,
that's a fair question.
I said, no. You won't get any diseases. Forget the diseases.
Scratch the disease part.
And he wanted to go back to ancient Greece.
What? Really? Why?
I don't know why.
He was interested in that.
I don't know. Ancient
Okay,
Greece.
so say you can time travel to any time in the past, anywhere.
Oh, if it had to be the past?
Yeah, you have to go in the past. Anytime, anywhere.
If I can travel back in time to the past, that's a tough question. I don't know. I mean, this is the silliest thing. I mean, I love like, there he is. He's here. I really love the time period between 1945 and 1965.
Yeah.
Post World War II. You know, Cooper is the late 50s, the cars and the music and the clothes and all that stuff. Cooper is he's like a bull in a china shop right now.
Wow.
Let me just finish this thought.
Yeah.
Talking about the late 50s, early 60s is a cool time period as far as music and cars and clothes, blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't want to go back to that time period, you know.
Oh, you got the whole civil rights.
Yes, it was not a good time period. It was not a good time period.
Much better
for society in a lot of ways, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
right now we're not perfect either, so
yeah.
There's that. I just thought of another time travel show. That
What's
was
that?
good. The one that was based on the Stephen King book about the JFK shooting.
Oh,
1968. It was like the date.
63.
I
forget, it was November maybe 23rd, 24th of 63. I can't remember the date.
And it had not James Franco, Dave Franco.
When Kennedy was shot. That was a time travel book and movie series. I started to read that book. It's a long book. And I got maybe a third of the way into it, and it was just...
You just don't read that much.
Well, I was reading it before bed, and I start reading, and within 2 minutes I'm asleep. So it takes a long time to get through an 800-page book when you're reading 2 pages a night.
Yeah. And you'd have to reread them because you'd fall asleep.
Exactly. So I stopped. But it was
do you remember the movie? He'd go through that like diner or something out, and then it was pretty good as I remember.
Yeah, he went through this portal thing in the bottom of the back of a diner.
I'm remembering it now.
And every time he goes back to the same date.
Yeah.
And so his goal was to prevent the assassination of President Kennedy.
Which he didn't do, right?
Well, I don't remember. It was good. I remember it was good.
I don't remember. It's funny.
I don't remember.
We between the two of us, we don't have a good memory.
I do remember it was good. And I thought it had a good ending. I thought it was a satisfactory ending.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I guess your game of solitaire is over.
I don't know. I'm not playing very good anyway. But
okay.
all right, Coop, you gonna say bye?
Bye, Coop.